Don't often see me on a Saturday. Do very good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Lynchy Weekend Webcast, broadcasting to you from Staines upon Thames in Middlesex, which is near Heathrow Airport, for those of you that don't know. In the shop, it's all very quiet, of course. Haven't got any visitors, but I'm pleased to say this store is very, very busy with mail order, which is still going extremely well. Thank goodness for that we're allowed to do that. What I'm going to do this morning is just go over some of the second-hand kit. I think I was in on Thursday afternoon, and I spent hours with Jonathan getting all our second-hand gear ready, cleaned up to put on the shelves. The trouble is that he posted it all. Hello, Nick. He posted it all on the web straight away. So I've come in this morning and most of it's been sold. So I'm very sorry. So the few bits that I've got to actually talk about, you're going to see. I hope the audio is all right, by the way. I've just plugged a new mic into this little system, and let's keep our fingers crossed it's worked. So I'm going to go through what I've got, and then we're going to have a look at some B stock, which people always ask us about. What is B stock? So I'm going to drag Tony out because he's back today. So let me swap the camera around, and let's start over here. Okay, this was actually we're good, Terence. That's excellent. Thank you. The audio's okay. Right, FT818. We all know the 818. This is the successor. Good morning, Andy. This is a successor to the very, very famous FT817 that Yaesu bought out when I was a mere lad. No, I wasn't a mere lad. And they've replaced it a year or two ago with the FT818. This really is like new, as you can see. It's in great condition. You can save yourself quite a few pennies on new. £499. Hello, Brian. £499 for that one. 5-6 watts output, all mode from 160 meters through to 70 sems. Batteries, internal batteries, etc. Just goes inside there. But they've been around for at least the 817. They really should have called it an 817, 818, I think, don't you? 817 Mark II. IC7610, ICOM's, it's not their flagship, but it's certainly up there with it. Fantastic piece of equipment. We sell these new, of course, because they're very, very much a current model. And you can save yourself £700 off the discounted price. This is 2299. 100 watts, built-in tuner, external 12 volts. You need to feed it with 12 volts. There's some scratches I noticed down the side, which you can see there. It needs a good clean, actually. Also, I didn't clean that one. It's not to Lynchy standard, but it will be before it's shipped out. So a 7610 with a £700 saving and a full 12 months warranty on that, if any of you are interested. So if you're looking at one of those, you've got a year less than normal, but a good saving. Into scanners, the AR8200 is available. The Mark III, which is the current version, DC to blue light as always, 349 quid. I think that's £200 off list, and that really is absolutely like new. That's fantastic condition. So if you're looking for a good portable scanner, AR really are excellent, along with ICOM, the ICR 20 and 30 and all the rest of it. Oh, hello, there's Tony. Look, say hello, Tony. Say hello to our viewers. There he is here.
Hello,
and
back.
I can hear Gary, my old mate Gaz, look, from Gaz Lab. Look, there he is. He's putting stickers on because I wanted that, and I said, where's that? Where's this? Actually, as Gary said, where's the sticker for that? So he's very, very kind. Oh, you haven't sold that, have you?
Yeah.
I was just going to talk about that, Tony. Who's just bought a controller?
This will go to Fillmore.
Mr. Fillmore, thank you very much.
Thank you.
You've saved me talking about that because that's a bit of a steal, but you've missed it, chap. Sorry about that. Where were we? FC50, the little matching tuner. And I do believe, if you're interested in the FC50, that's a matching tuner for the FT891.
That one's been sold as well, I'm afraid.
Oh, you are having a laugh?
No, but we've got new ones, and if they ring today,
yes,
they're normally £239.95.
Yes.
220 if they ring me today.
So that's sold as well, is it?
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know what they're doing these. I used to enjoy doing the used equipment, but they do it on purpose.
You'd have to stay down the end when they come in.
Yeah.
Book straight out as soon as it comes in. Book it out.
Deary me. Right, there we go. So let's back to that. So forget that if you're after an SC50 because it's gone. Right, who remembers a PS15? This is a real old power supply that used to run the IC720s, all the old earlier Icon radios, £99. So if you want the matching power supply, we've got one. If you want to offer a little bit less, give Tony a ring and say, Martin said you take a few quid off
Feeling
that.
generous today.
Are you feeling generous? Are you feeling generous? Well, there you go.
Yeah,
So give
I'm
Tony a ring on that.
today.
FT736. Now, did I sell hundreds and hundreds of these when I was with Bernie and Brenda? In nice condition, as you can see. 2 metre and 70 cent base station, 25 watts at £449. In those days, you used to put power supplies in rigs like this, and that has. So, and you can unplug the power supply and run it on 12 volts. So if you want a nice multi-mode from yesteryear, the FT736, I've got a clean one. And we don't buy these in usually because they are getting a bit old, but 449 buys you that. What is a superb piece of kit is the IC703, and for all of those that are thinking about buying an IC705 at £1,300, and thank you to all the hundreds and hundreds of people that have done, why not consider the IC703? It's Forerunner, 10 watts QRP. In great nick with a little tuner built in as well, which is nice with the 703. Modelled on the IC706, of course. We got one of those boxed in very nice condition, 699. FTDX 5000 MP, anybody? We've got a nice clean one here at a big saving, nearly £1,000 off the discounted price at £23.49, and that really is lovely. Marks here where it's obviously been slid up and down, or something's been put on top of it, but a good saving, 200 watts out of that machine. TS590 SG, £1,099. These are still a current model, of course, and still very difficult to get hold of, although I do believe we're getting a shipment in from Kenwood next week, finally. Been waiting forever for those. If you want to save yourself £300-400 off list, there it is, and that's the SG, the latest spec. Another IC7000 at 699. I think we have two of these somewhere. And this was the first transceiver with a TFT colour screen from Icon. That's in beautiful condition, and really its replacement is the IC7100, which we've always got lots of used because we've sold so many new, and there aren't any. £699 for that. That's the IC7000 ready to go. And just above is the Flex 1500 at 449. This is a 5 watt SDR transceiver by Flex, and for those of you that subscribe to Gary, my customer support manager's own YouTube channel, Daz Lab, he actually had a play with that and raved about how good they are. And in fact, if they bought it out now, they'd probably still sell them. FTDX 3000s, we're still waiting for our shipment to come in on those. However, we have a used one at £1,099. And next to it is little Mizuho KX2 antenna tuner. For those shortwave listeners out there or QRP operators, this will probably handle 5-10 watts easily through it, I would think. It's a very simple antenna tuner. You used to have a coupler as an option that sat on top, and just do that, and there was a coupler that sat above it. 45 quid. I couldn't be bothered to buy all the bits to make that. It has been modified. The chap who owned it has put two SO239s on the back. Yes, it's scruffy, as you can see. Obviously, it wasn't plated as well as it could have been, God knows how many years ago. But that really has got to be worth £45 just for the case, but it does work well. TS2000E, the Kenwood, all band, top band to 70 centimetres, just finished manufacture after 20 years. We have not only a used one, we've also got our ex demo somewhere, although I think, looking at it, the guys have gone and sold that as well. So $799, that's a very low price. So I guess that's price right. Next to it is a TS590S, not the SG, in excellent condition. Not mint, a couple of little marks, but certainly the front panel looks in lovely tidy nick at 799. Fancy something a little bit larger? What about a TS990? The Kenwood 150 watt flagship. £3,500 that will cost you, but it's 2,000 quid off list. In fact, it's £2,000 off discounted price. So that's the TS990. Again, still a current model from Kenwood and certainly their flagship radio. Sitting next to an FT920, which is Yaesu's. Oh, good, you received the Shawcom Terrence yesterday. Excellent, I'm pleased. Do you have more of those 24-hour clocks? I don't think we have, but there's more on order. So if it's on the web and it says check for stock availability, it means we're out. Back to the FT920. I was actually in a little bit of a story on this one. I was in the factory in Yaesu, Japan many years ago, and they were walking me around, showing me what they're up to. In fact, the 847, I do believe, was being manufactured then, and I persuaded them to put 4 meters on it, because I'm quite a pusher of 4 meters, as you may have guessed. And sitting in the corner of my eye was an FT920, sat on its side. I didn't know what it was, and they saw me look at it, and they whisked me all away. All these Japanese jumped on me and pushed me away because they didn't want me to see it. I didn't know what it was at the time, but umpteen months later, that appeared. So if you want a nice, easy, just do that. If you want a nice, easy to use, uncluttered rig, it's pretty well an FT840 in a big box, 12 volts input. There's no power supply in there, but that really is. I cleaned that myself. Look at that, marvelous. Bit of dust there overnight. That's in good nick. That's just 595 for that. Yes, you can. Linear PSUs. IC7300. Not only have we got a used IC7300, which is quite rare, despite the fact we've been selling these 2 or 3 years. Look at the condition of this one, number one. And number two, it's got the PTRX board fitted. Those are nearly £200 alone. And I've got that used for £999 for both. And you don't have to go to the bother of fitting the PTRX because it's already fitted. So there you go. And there's the little socket on the back. See that there? So if you're looking for a 7300, and I'll give you a minimum 6 months warranty on that as well. So if you do want that, give the guys a ring or order it, and we'll just add a full 6 months warranty to that one. FT891, yes, we have a used one. Although, is it used? Could have fooled me. It really is mint, £599, buys you that. Miranda Phonema speaker, 79 quid. Now, unfortunately, there's no grill on these. And when I was looking at this earlier, in fact, I moved it from one shelf to the next, I noticed that somebody has unfortunately touched the centre cone. So I whizzed it over to Gary, we put some audio in it, and it sounds absolutely fine. There's no distortion at all. But if anybody wants that, these are a lot of money new. I'll knock another tenner off just for the fact there's a little mark. But if you want a really good audio, a comms audio speaker, Miranda at 79 quid. Give the guys a ring. Now that's £69. SGC 230. The original smart tuner. These are still available at like 600 odd pounds. We have a used one just come in. Hello, Kenny. Good afternoon to you. They have a used one of these come in at £299. End-fed wire tuner. Stick your lump of wire on there anywhere from 8 feet to 100 odd feet, and then you tune. Very easy. It's weatherproofed as well, so you just bolt this thing outside, run some coax into it, and you're away with some DC to power it. Another TS590, very rare, 990 rather, very rare we ever get these in. Again, also immaculate at 3.5, and sitting next to it is the SP990, the matching £200 plus, £250 plus matching speaker at £149. Somebody asked earlier about linear power supplies. Without question, the Midel MP30 that we've been selling for years now. This used to be a Daiwa device. Nisai took it, make them in the hundreds for us, which is why it's got the Midel brand on it. And as you can see, we're doing those at $89.95. So if you find a good 25 to 30 amp linear power supply, that's definitely worth looking for. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to call Tony over, who's in his office. Look, he's pretending to work. Hopefully he is, because he's been off for a short period, having a bit of a break. And maybe he will come over and talk to us about some used kit. Oh, there's John. Morning, John. KHS working away. John, Tony, would you like to come over and have a chat to me about some B stock? I'm not used to walking around this place when it's this quiet, but A, it's Saturday, and B, we're on lockdown, so.
Keeping away from you, Martin, as we do.
Yeah, as we do, yes, as we do. Right, B stock. So let's just go around there, because you don't want to look at our boring face. Right, this is B stock. Now, explain to the lovely watchers and viewers what B stock is.
Okay, so well, hopefully they've seen the video you done about a year and a half ago, I believe,
yep.
on ML&S.tv.
Yeah.
B stock, basically items we've either opened in store to show customers, which obviously we're not doing so much of now anyway. Either that or the goods have gone out, and for whatever reason they've then been returned. So what we find is if it's a failed finance, for example, if the other half's found out that they've purchased it and they need to return the goods, they come back there basically near enough as new condition. You may have a missing plastic bag, for example. All of the accessories are there, manuals are there, and also warranties are standard manufacturer's warranties. So, majority of these, it's going to be a 2-year warranty on it. So you're not missing out on anything. The only thing you're missing on is paying more for it.
Yeah.
So it's done in a good way. So yeah, as you can see, we've got some LDG products. Now, I often show these YT100s. Good thing with these, if you own an 857, for example, an 897, then these plug straight into the back. Really simple to use. If you're running 100 watts, it drops the power down to 10 watts, puts it into a tune, and puts the power back up when it's ready to go. So if you're operating mobile, these are quite handy. A lot of the guys who run on 11 meters, for example, they use a long whip, and it just tunes the whip through. Really easy for 40 meters and up. So it's a great way.
I see we've even got an IC7300 B stock there.
We do, yeah. So 7300, as you all know, because we've mentioned the 7300 I don't know how many times. HF 6 meters, 4 meters, nice SDR operated radio, and again full warranty on this one. I'll need to check the price. Yeah,
what I said earlier was, if you see the B stock, I'm going to load this over to Tony. There's something here that you see, think, oh, hello, I'm looking at one of those. Give Tony a ring, or any of the sales guys.
Yeah,
and say, saw the video. We've seen you've got an IC705 B stock,
we
Tony.
Do. Yeah, 705.
Good Lord, what's that all about? So we've got a 9700, a 705, TMG 710s. Well, you can see what we've got.
What I will say as well is the MFJ products that are here.
Yeah.
If you are looking for MFJ, obviously there's a bit of a delay on MFJ stock at the moment. So give us a call. If we've got B stock, then it's worth going for, because you're still going to get the warranty on it. You know it's been looked and checked out by us because we've had it back in again. So, we've had the box open.
So that's it. Somebody just mentioned about the power supply. Yes, they are $99.95 on the web. If you give the guys a call today and place your order again for the MP304, they will knock off a tenner. So you have to, yeah. That's only, but they've got a ring today.
Okay.
So that when I say today, that is the 30th, is it? I don't know what the date is. The 30th of January. So today, you've got till 4:30 to make your order if you want to save yourself £10, the person who just asked that. So any of the B stock, give the chaps a ring. We've got an Alex Loop, we've got some RF Explorers, got Anytone. I know, I just saw that by CN901s. I don't think we've got any of them in new.
I will show this actually.
Oh, go on then.
Because this is a good thing to highlight. If you do need to return some goods, obviously, if you're doing distance selling, etc., and you return your goods, could you please try and wrap the goods before you send them back?
Yeah, look at the state of that.
So as you can see here, we've got the
I remember this chap. We sent this to the fellow. It wasn't the meter he thought, so he sent it back to us, and that's how we got it back. Now, needless to say, a Can't really sell that as new, and we wouldn't anyway, but it doesn't help us by sticking labels on the box. So please make sure they're wrapped if you can, as that would help us greatly. There's another LDG down there, the AT600 Pro 2s. And LDG, like many other manufacturers, are struggling with product because of component shortages. It's really catching up with people. MFJ lead times are endless. LDG are. We haven't had any stuff from them for months. We get short spurts of it, and it just all goes out the door. So that is very, very difficult.
Same as what I've always said on the videos, pre-order. It's now the way you have to operate.
Yeah, it's annoying because I know we're all buying toys. I'm the same, and when you see a toy, you want it tomorrow. It's the Amazon effect. But unfortunately, even they're getting caught out, I've noticed, certainly with higher tech stuff. So please put the order in. If you want your money back later, if you put a deposit down, for example, no problem. Just ring us up and say, change my mind, have my money back, and we'll do it. Unless it's a special order and the product's being built or configured to you. But we're not going to hold on to your money.
Exactly. Shipping's still fine, coming in. Goods are coming in regularly now, so it's not an issue.
Yeah, it's getting a lot better. I don't think there's anything else. Thank you very, very much for working today. Short and sweet. Tony and Jonathan, or both of them, or one of you will be back next Saturday. We'll live stream.
It's me.
It's you again.
I think it's going to
I'll
be
be far
me,
more
so
interesting with Tony.
Yeah.
Look after him because he's been off for a couple of weeks with his
I'm
feet up resting. He's fighting. He's been already. He's knocked some good sales out already this morning. And of course, our summing for the weekend will be back next Friday. And the webcast, the podcast.
That was very
Tony,
good, actually.
that was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Tony and
Jonathan and Gary.
Jonathan and Gary did that last Sunday off their own back. 10 out of 10 to them. It was snowing like mad outside, if all of you in the UK, certainly down in the south, will remember. And just managed to tune into you. Oh, hello, Chris, and hello to Australia. My goodness me, that's a long way away. Thank you. It must be late there, surely, or is it in the middle of the morning? Yes, the podcast is an addition to Something for the Weekend. One of the chaps said, thank you ever so much, but I much prefer the format of Something for the Weekend. Yeah, that's an addition. So we're now doing Something for the Weekend on Fridays. We're doing our live stream between Tony and Jonathan and others in the shop on a Saturday. And then there's a podcast at random. It's not going to be every Sunday, but on Sundays there'll be Jonathan and Gary, maybe me poking my nose in, messing it all up like I normally do.
And good thing with the podcast as well is it is available in audio only format.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. Yes, if you don't want to look at their faces, you can just listen to it on Spotify,
I decided to do
Apple
that
iTunes, and goodness knows what else. And it's 10 to 10, I think it was, in Brisbane. So very good. I love your country, by the way. I was there a few years ago. I'm looking forward to coming back. That's it from me and Tony. All the best. Stay safe, please. And any B stock or any of the used kit you see, give us a call.
Just call.
See ya.
Thanks.
Bye-bye. Don't know how to stop this, but do you know how to stop this? It's one of these. Hold on, do we do that? Oh, I think it's this one. That's it. Oh, there you go.